knowledge need not be remembered, for it is never forgotten.
Welcome to MojoPlays, and today we're looking at the best musical tracks to accompany Zelda bosses, no matter the quality of the actual fight. Before we begin, we publish new content all week long, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. Master Koga, The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild. Navigating the Yiga clan hideout might make you think their leader will be an intimidating foe, but then this pot-bellied goofball starts talking, and you know you'll be in for a laugh. Master Koga's battle theme fits him perfectly. The upbeat percussion pulls you quickly into the fight, while the accompanying string instruments deliver a hook so snappy it'll get stuck in your head almost instantly. What's really cool is that it uses traditional Japanese instruments while blending it with a more modern style, which is perfect for a character who defected from the traditional Sheikah and attempted to bring on a new world order. Moldarak and Koloktos, The Legend of Zelda: Skyward Sword. This track gets used for 2 bosses instead of 1, which just means players get to hear an awesome boss theme twice. Skyward Sword benefited heavily from being the first entry to use a fully live orchestra, which shines through in multiple scenes like these. The quick, panicked piano and percussion match the intensity of a boss encounter. The sweeping strings and blaring horns give both bosses appropriate machismo, whether the gameplay actually tests your skill or not. Although the Moldarak fight isn't nearly epic enough to match this theme, fan favorite Koloktos more than fits the bill. Deathel, The Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening. There were a few original Game Boy releases that proved how surprisingly dynamic its sound design could be. Naturally, a Zelda was one of them. Link's Awakening has a few beloved bangers. The track that sets the tone for the final fight does a lot with a little, managing to be catchy and a bit dangerous, while also finding time to blend in the theme used for all the other bosses in the game. The soundtrack got an orchestral upgrade for the 2019 Switch remake, and the revamped version of this theme did not disappoint. Nintendo translated beeps and boops into a spirited string arrangement, and did so beautifully. Majora, The Legend of Zelda: Majora's Mask. The final boss and namesake of Majora's Mask comes in 3 phases, each with different music. However, each one brilliantly uses the villain's signature haunting theme, bending it to fit their tone. The first, where the mask ominously floats around attacking Link, uses slow, sorrowful strings befitting the final challenge of this particularly dark adventure. But then, Majora's Incarnation comes along, which brings a childlike, almost silly quality to match its unpredictable behavior. Beating the second phase severely pisses the boss off, and the theme of Majora's Wrath is fittingly suspenseful thanks to the inclusion of quick snare and powerful horn blasts. Burn, The Legend of Zelda: Spirit Tracks. Now, for our deep cut pick. Spirit Tracks is one of the more underrated entries in the Zelda series, and its soundtrack in particular deserves more praise than it ever gets. The fight against Burn, main villain Chancellor Cole's right-hand man, is a quicker version of his general theme. It is distinctly Western, with Spanish influences that bring back memories of Gerudo Valley, and an infectious guitar and whistle hook. That main melody is just repetitive enough to hit the sweet spot in between memorable and annoying. Byrne was already an engaging character, and his boss theme just made players like him more. Zant, The Legend of Zelda: Twilight Princess. The penultimate fight of Twilight Princess cycles through arenas from bosses Link has already faced, switching up mechanics as he goes through each one. The music pairs extremely well with this sequence, even if players may not notice how clever it is at first. It begins with Zant's theme, usually deep, slow piano notes, and speeds it way the hell up with the accompanying percussion. However, as the fight goes on, more pieces are added. These pieces consist of melodies from themes heard throughout the game, just cut up and distorted to match Zant's unhinged behavior. It is, by far, the coolest way Nintendo could have recycled these previous encounters. Majora, The Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker. Beginning with a fun, quick-paced beat, this tune can get you bouncing even before the main melody comes in. When it does, the flute makes it hard to focus because all we want to do is jam. The subtle strings that come in to assist lend the theme a little tension, to remind us this is still a fight against a monster who wants to eat Link whole. While the fight against this giant sand snake is pretty fun, it ultimately is not very memorable. However, what has kept the beast in the hearts of many Zelda fans is its incredible theme. Few boss themes make you want to get up and dance like Majora's, and it's one of my personal favorites. Girim, The Legend of Zelda: Skyward Sword. Girim is one of the more unique antagonists in the series, and the music that accompanies him is flawlessly attuned to his personality. The first time you fight him, the music takes his vain, haughty theme and injects it with danger by picking up the pace and adding some blusterous percussion. The second time comedically adds some castanets, but when you encounter Girim for a third time, right before the game's finale, a choir will have joined him. The vocals give this theme a sense of world-ending epicness, so it's fitting given the circumstances. No matter which version of the theme you prefer, they're all a sublime balance of playful and deadly, just like Girim. Dark Beast Ganon, The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild.
Link, you may not yet be at a point where you have fully recovered your power, or all of your memories.
Ganon, or Ganondorf, has had a lot of memorable boss themes, but one of his strongest actually appears in one of his weaker fights. Since Zelda holds Ganon in place during the climax of Breath of the Wild, it's more playable cutscene than boss fight. However, we're here to talk about its music, which is top-notch. It recreates the game's main theme, includes Ganon's theme, which was first heard in A Link to the Past, and has its own unique pieces to tie everything together. All the while, whoever played piano put their whole soul into the track. It may not have been challenging, but it still felt like a monumental climax, and the music helped it a lot. Koga, The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom.
This wind is so strong! Don't get blown away, Link!
There came a moment in Tears of the Kingdom that universally choked up every Zelda fan, and that was the fight against Koga. Fought in the Rito Village's Wind Temple, Kogera's theme encapsulates the location it's found in. which is to say, it sounds like you're caught in a blustering blizzard. Its use of wind instruments and punchy string notes that rise and descend make us want to wrap up in our fluffiest winter coats. However, the moment that gives us real-life goosebumps is when the horns come smashing through, triumphantly blaring the Dragon Roost Island theme from Wind Waker. Nintendo obviously repurposed the melody before, for Rito Village in Breath of the Wild, but it has an entirely different tone here and makes Colgera's fight an unforgettable moment. Which Zelda boss fight has your favorite music in the series? Let us know in the comments, and be sure to subscribe to MojoPlays for more great gaming videos every day.
Check out these other great clips from MojoPlays, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos.